Okay, welcome to day 72 about the 100th line, Last Defense Academy. I forgot to stream yesterday, and so we still have 28 days remaining to stream the game. I'll probably have to shorten these streams to like 1 minute or so. I don't know. Hiroku called me in my room shortly before dawn the next morning. I'll get right to the point. I'm going to second to Last Defense Academy today and want you to come with me. I'm sure you understand why we're going. To get to go in the others, right? Hiroku nodded. There's no surprise that she knew about the other campus. Surrey had explained it to everyone a few days ago after all. Hey, wait a minute. Today? You don't mean right now, do you? Of course. It's not even 4:30. Time is of the essence. We need to be back here before tomorrow. Tomorrow was day 7. That was the first day. That was the day the first commander we faced came back to fight us again. You mean for battle? Oh, how do you know about that already? And that's a penalty. I told you not to ask questions, or are you incapable of holding up your end of the deal? I reluctantly held back the torrent of questions welling up inside of me. Now go and wake the others up. Huh? We'll need more than 2 of us for this journey. We need to put together an excursion team. Okay, but why do I have to be the one to do it? I know, it's such a pain, isn't it? Are you starting to see why I made you captain now? Oh, captain, my captain. I decided to run things by Surrey before getting the others involved. In my future, the other academy was attacked on day 10. During the time, Mocha was taken prisoner and later killed. It's better for us to avoid losing soldiers if we can help it, right? So I was thinking of going there and bringing them back here. Why so early in the day, though? Because there will be an invader attack here tomorrow. We'll have to leave soon if we want to make it back in time for that. Surrey spent a few minutes thinking the matter over. All right, I'll allow him. Thanks. There's just one thing worrying me, though. When the attack does come, everyone's probably going to ask how I knew about it. I would decide not to tell them about the time travel, so don't sweat. I'll come up with something. As it happens, I received word from the artificial satellite. Surrey will explain the situation to the rest of the team. According to their intel, there's going to be another attack sometime tomorrow. They're able to deduce this by analyzing the enemy's movements from above. There's going to be a lot more of them than you saw on your first day here. So I've decided to make the call to call in the troops from the other campus to supplement our current fighting strength. I had to hand it to him. He sounded convincing. The others accepted the story without a second thought. So you're saying we need to get there and back all before tomorrow. Hiroku was playing her part too. You never would have guessed this was her idea in the first place. So who's going and who's staying? Sumino, Shizuhara, Kawana, and Ginzaki. This will be here. You'll be our excursion team. What about me? I want to go murder the guys at the other campus too. Nobody said anything about murder, Miss Amamiya. I get to come in Hiroku. You seem that they could fight, but why do you pick the other two? Yeah, why do you pick us? If we end up having to fight while we're out there, wouldn't Maru or Dorumi be a better choice? That would leave us without any experienced fighters back here. Just think about what it would mean if the excursion team didn't mean to make it back in time. I guess that makes sense. Can you handle it, Tsubasa? Yeah, I think so. I haven't eaten today, so if worse comes to worse, I won't have a lot to throw up. How about you, Shoma? He'll be fine. I've been giving him some intensive training the last couple of days. Right, that's why I look like this now. I can even control now. If I relax a little, I'll go back to normal. Sorry, you must have found that pretty revolting, right? Nobody spoke. We were still in shock. Well, not all of us. Shoma himself was fine, and Takamaru, since he's been the one training him. Also, for some reason, Hiroku wasn't fazed by Shoma's transformation either. Almost as if she's seen it before. Anyways, you don't have to worry about me. I'll do my best to be useful in my own trashy way. You guys remember when I mentioned feeling a surge of power before? You all felt that too, right? I get the feeling we could do great things with this power. The flow of time is by nature one of the absolute truths of the world. There's no way that flow can be reversed. Breaking that rule and warping time to your own ends is bound to have consequences. By going back in time, I broke that absolute law. And the resonance effect that made everyone stronger was already having consequences I hadn't counted on. Let's be on our way. We can't afford to waste time. Alright, good luck out there. Yo, take care now. With that, the members of our excursion team went to the war room for an additional briefing from Surrey. Apparently, there was a shortcut we could take by putting out flames in strategic locations. This route will cut down our journey time considerably. It still wasn't the kind of round trip we could make in a couple of hours, though. If we made it back before sunset, that would be good enough for me. Is everyone ready? Yes, ready. I don't know. We'll take good care of this place while you're gone. Then let's go. Wait, I still need to go to the bathroom. I don't have time to mess around. I should get going. Begin exploration. According to the map, the shortcut is right over here there. How do you know about that? Sir told us, didn't he? Oh yeah, yes. Don't just stand there mumbling. Get moving. Skip this mission. Yeah, we finally made it. So that's second to last Defense Academy. That's it, no doubt about it. You're talking like you've been here before. I thought I told you not to ask questions. Do you want another penalty? A penalty? I hope they have bathrooms. I'm ready to burst. Shoma dashed off towards the school and disappeared inside. He could have just gone on the way here. He probably can't go outdoors. He strikes me as a delicate type. Then, as the rest of us got closer, I saw her. Nozomi. My pulse started racing. My breathing got heavier. I felt an uncontrollable burning in my chest. Nozomi was alive. She was alive again and right here in front of me. Without thinking, I almost reached out to touch her, but I fought the impulse and pulled it back. Right, that's right. This is the moment I've been waiting for. The whole reason I made this trip. It wasn't because Hiroko told me to. Even if she hadn't, I would have insisted on coming anyways. This was all to see Nozomi again. This time, I'd do whatever it took to protect her. You must be Takumi, right? Huh? And you two are Hiroko and Tsubasa? How do you know our names? Hiroko, Tsubasa, and I can share a confused glance, but then... Oh dear, I'm most terribly sorry we weren't here to greet you. Greet us. We had to help Kiyoshika get her sword out of her, you know where. Technically, it was her sword sheath. It was stuck in there pretty tight. Took us a while to pull it out. Her, you know where? You know what I mean. Please don't get the wrong idea. I was lodged in the drain pipe in the bathroom, that's all. Her Lady Kurura thrust the holy Jumanji sword's sheath in there as a moment of impish high spirits. It was clogged. What else was I supposed to do? Just what do you think my beloved blade is? Well, I know. It's something you use too. Or don't say another word. Well, back up a minute. Can you answer a question, please? Yeah, what's all this about coming out to greet us? We've received a communique from the Honorable Survey, you see. I see, so basically Surrey called ahead and let you know to expect us. Not just that, he told us the other stuff he's been keeping secret too. He explained how circumstances have changed. Wait, I still don't get it. Surrey could contact you. Why do we have to come get you? He was only able to get in contact a few hours ago. The electronic interference has been rather fierce of late. But do you know what's going on now? About the attack on Lost Defense Academy tomorrow? Yes, we do. That makes things easier. I wouldn't want to waste time explaining things to you. Now go get the school bus ready to leave. It already is. I'm afraid that won't be joining you, though. Huh? I'm unable to abandon second to last Defense Academy. I've been ordered to guard it with my life. Ordered by whom? Was it this Surrey person? No, these orders came from someone higher up. Nigo looked up as he said this. Up at the huge celestial body in the sky, lit with the countless mechanical lights of the artificial satellite. The enemy hadn't realized the school was a decoy yet. Sooner or later, they will attack you. And when that happens, are you planning to self-destruct? Oh my, how did you know? Sorry, but I won't allow that. We can't afford to lose you. If I thought Hiroko was showing the softer side of herself, I was wrong. The next moment, she dashed toward Nigo and brought her heel down viciously on his head. Whoa, what the? Eek. Whoa, that was sweet. I wish I could do axe kicks like that. Nigo fell onto the ground with a thud, still scattering sparks from the top of his head. Some part of his body was making a high-pitched staticky whine I've never heard before. Why did you do that? And good grief, and I thought I was the killer of this group. Don't worry. An attack like that won't destroy him. I just forced him to shut down for a while. Everyone stood rooted to the spot, stunned in silence. I felt like we were doing that a lot today. As usual, Hiroko was totally unconcerned about what anyone thought of her. Now then, let's get going. She picked Nigo up like he was a piece of hand luggage and began carrying him towards the parking lot where the school bus was waiting. And then, with all of us safely on board the school bus, we left second to last Defense Academy behind without another word. This whole episode had added another 100 questions to the list of things I want to ask Hiroko about. But I just have to keep them to myself until the end of day 9. I sat squirming in my seat, reminding myself to be patient, no matter how difficult that might be. By the way, does it feel like we're forgetting something? Something important? I've got 28 volumes of my favorite manga. What's so important about that? And I've got my science sword. Nobody cares. Now you mentioned it. Weren't there supposed to be 4 of you? Shoma. We forgot about him. We made a U-turn, rushed back to second to last Defense Academy. We found him in the courtyards. Tears streamed down his face. We picked him up and made a fresh start on our return journey. It's fine. I really don't mind. It's no wonder you forgot about me. I know my existence is about as flimsy as a 0.01 millimeter thin piece of rubber. That's not true. Did you actually understand what that meant? Not exactly, but I got the gist of it, you know? There's one thing you can use a rubber that thin for. Don't say it. We spent the rest of the journey doing our very best to cheer Shoma up. Eventually, we built his self-esteem back up to its normal, albeit still low level. And the last Defense Academy came into view on the horizon. Skip this. You all made it back. That's a relief. Ah, were you worried about us? No. I was just... Never mind. It ain't important. He's been pacing around the school in a tizzy the whole day. That's just part of my training routine. Today's leg day, you know. So those guys with you are the faceless NPC squad? Hello there, my name is Nozomi Kirifuji. I'm Moko Mojiro, the apocalyptic maiden of destruction. Kiyoshika Magadori, at your service. Bow your heads, peasants. I'm Kurura Osuzuki, the great and powerful. And I'm Yugumu Omokage, teenage assassin, hopeless romantic, and an all-around nice guy. They are all totally distinct characters. Maybe a little too distinct. We gotta introduce ourselves to you or look boring next to them. That's alright, Nego already told us all about you. Nego's that little critter in the red beret. Yes, I'm second to last Defense Academy. You're basically Suri's underling, right? He filled us in on you guys from the second campus already. Anyways, let's get started. What are the rules for this killing game, Suri? There is no killing game. We have a battle coming up soon. Now that the introductions are over, we should rest up until then. So you guys are really going to fight with us. You know it. We'd scarce come all this way just to deny you now. The team from the other academy had discussed the resolve on the way over. After Nego told them all about World Death Cryptoglobin, the Exodus Project, and the Artificial Satellite, they were in no doubt about what they had to do. From here on out, we just have to protect the baby in the defense room until day 100, right? Then the missiles he's been charging up will be launched in all directions, all the invaders will be wiped out, and that'll be the end of world death. But right before, we shoot off in an escape pod to meet back up with the rest of humanity on the artificial satellite. What possible reason could we have for refusing to help? We make it through these 100 days and everyone's stories will end happily. We're with you all the way. Thanks, guys. Glad to have you on board. Our team welcomed the new arrivals with open arms. It melts my cold metal heart to see you all getting along. Those invaders won't know what hit them now. What do you guys say to another cheer? All together now. Special Defense Unit, best in the world. Indestructible and undefeated. Never lose, never yield. Special Defense Unit. Fight on. I can't put my finger on it, but something feels off. Didn't we have a lot more teething troubles getting everyone to work together as a big team last time? Well, it's not like I want everyone fighting among themselves, so I guess this is fine. With night drawing on, everyone went back to the rooms, including the new members who had new rooms assigned to them. For some reason, Nozomi stayed back after the others had gone. Is something wrong? No, I just wanted to say thank you for going through all the trouble of coming to collect us. The school was only a decoy, so if we stayed there sooner or later, we'd... Anyways, I'd really appreciate it. Knock it off. I hadn't really done anything to deserve your thanks. If you want to thank me, do it after we make it through this, right here on day 100. I never expected you to say something like that. Sorry, too corny? And all, I agree. We'll pick this up again on day 100. That's right, this is what I'm here for. This is why I came back to the past. To protect Nozomi, and to make sure everyone survives. And this time I won't make the same mistakes. Well then, Takumi, good night. With those parting words, Nozomi left and went back to her room for the night. I thought I was all alone, but then I heard a noise. I turned around, but there was nobody there. Must have been my imagination. Still not totally convinced, I made my way to my own room. There was a faint aroma of lavender in there, a scent that felt weirdly familiar. Shizuhara. Up and at them, troops. Time to rise and shine. Get ready for your 7th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy. Alright, so when are those disgusting freaks going to show up? I'm already here. I wasn't talking about you. You mean the invaders, right? Suri, do you know when they'll be coming? Soon. Hiruko seemed to know everything already. I was on the verge of asking her about it, but she silenced me with a sharp glare. How do you know, Hiruko? Suri and Nego told me already. Yeah, that's it. Indeed, she asked us shortly before you all got here. Well, we find the same commander that escaped on day 1, isn't that right? Exactly. Gosh, you're such a good listener, Shizuhara. Not to mention, we got a much bigger team this time. Yes, quite. It should be no challenge at all. Intruder alert. Defense mode initiated. Eek, they're really here. I told you, didn't I? Alright, Takumi, go ahead. Huh? You're our captain, aren't you? Don't you have something to say to your team before they head out into battle? Alright, is everyone ready? You bet. Yeah, let's do it. What's up, Gaku? Why are you shaking so much? Shut up, I'm just cold, that's all. I decided to go commando today. You could have at least pretended you were trembling with anticipation or something. I'm ready. I took a whole bunch of anti-nausea pills, so I... The Holy Jumanji sword is always ready. She wants to spill the blood of the wicked. I can go whenever. I'm just a nothing character anyways. I'll probably get wiped out right away. Don't be such a pessimist. You got the apocalyptic maiden of destruction looking out for you now. And this cruel prince of the underworld is ready to protect his dear sister at any cost. You're really going to let me fight as well? You made your feelings abundantly clear. I know I couldn't stop you even if I tried. Yeah, boy, I'm ready to wash all of this blood off my hands with even more blood. Let's all work together out there. Humanity's counting on us. This isn't just for them, but for us too. We fight for the future. Oh my, this camaraderie is so touching, so moving. Not bad, I suppose. Not bad, I suppose. Okay, Sumino, you're in charge. Leave it to me, guys. Come on, let's do this. No dialogue or anything. Huh? Who the hell? On the edge of the battlefield watching this fight was a figure I didn't recognize. Is that the commanders you guys fought before? No, that's not him. Yeah, that guy was a straight up giant. Maybe he's gone to transform and get big again. No, that's not it. I've never seen that person here during the whole of my previous 100 days. I have no idea who they are, but they're not a commander, that's for sure. It's just VXs hunting under a hood. Don't get distracted, Takumi. That's not who you should be focusing on. Over here. Who's this? Another party crasher? Ah, that's him, guys. Yes, that's the commander we faced on our first day here. I think this is the first time I've heard this music track. See, he transformed and got big. Told you so. You were talking about someone else when you said that. Hoodie over there hasn't done anything, though. Hoodie? The person in the HUD, duh. Who's that? Why is someone I've never seen before showing up all of a sudden? Did the timeline change again? Leave them, Takumi. You're the captain now. We need you to lead. I know, everyone. Concentrate your attacks on the giant commander. I believe he called himself Muvrum. Yep. Got it. You win. Is it actually over this time? Did we win? Yeah, I think so. Woohoo. Go us. Excuse me while I go rip out that Muvrum guy's appendix. Why just the appendix? What happened to the hoodie? I looked around. The mysterious figure had disappeared at some point during the battle. Who was that anyways? Maybe a simple wanderer. What do we do with this guy? He ain't dead yet. Takuma pointed to where Muvrum lay on the ground, heavily injured but still breathing. I think he's trying to say something. Let me take a look. Yugmu nodded over the fallen commander. After a quick but surprising thorough examination, he spoke up again. His vocal cords have been crushed. Someone must have hit him right in the throat. Oh yeah, those throat chops can do a number on you. Believe me, I know. He's not going to be able to talk then. Nope, sorry. Even if he could, it's not like we can understand their language. Yes, we can. When he first showed up, he told us his name and stuff. I'm Muvrum, the Paragon of Order, and the name of Order I will strike you down. Yeah, so what do we do now? Did you call me? Nobody even mentioned you. But you're all in need of guidance, right? You want to know what to do with Muvrum? Well, yeah. The answer's easy. Just put him out of his misery. Do what? Finish him up and take his hemo animal from yourself. If you guys want to win this war, you'll need to do everything you can to increase your power. This is for your own good, not to mention the good of humanity. Go on, you know it makes sense. Give him 4-4. I'm in for finishing off. I'll let you decide who does it, Takumi. As your captain, this is our responsibility. Say no was an option. I nodded and prepared myself for what came next. Okay. No matter what happens, Muvrum will always die. Unfortunate life of Muvrum, I suppose. Not even I suppose, it's just an unfortunate life. Okay, Tsubasa, I need you to get nice and strong. That's right, Datebayo. Somehow we all made it through the battle in one piece. I took a shower afterwards to try and get my head together. We decided to meet up in the rec room that evening to celebrate our victory. It's a little early, but maybe I'll head over there right now. Okay, I have to run. That means I'm going to run into someone. Okay, never mind. Only 3 people were in the rec room when I got there. Haruko, Soraya, and Nigo. They were deep into conversation, but they stopped abruptly the moment I came into the room. Oh, hey there, it's Samino. Kind of early, aren't you? Quite so, nobody else is here yet. They couldn't have handled that less smoothly. I could see them sweating over. What were you guys talking about just now? Just some light small talk. Yeah, you know, discussing our latest goal scores, sharing tips for the best way to carve a totem pole. Before I could press them, the others arrived, and the mood was suddenly a lot more lively. Oh, took me, Hiroko, you're here already. Soraya and Nigo too. I've been thinking about this for a while, but Soraya and Nigo are pretty cute, aren't they? Yeah, they look like big old fennel bulbs. I could just eat them up. Fennel bulbs are cute. Not cute, exactly, but still pretty fennel-tastic. Everyone's laughter echoed through the room. The conversation hadn't been completely derailed, but it didn't look like I'd be able to get back into it anytime soon. I stayed quiet and looked over at Hiroko. She was watching everything with a strangely sorrowful look on her face. I mean, yeah, at this rate, she's done it like a million times. Die, live, whatever. From there, the party got started. Everyone seemed to have a good time. Although for me, I was just trying not to get caught up in all the doubts and questions running through my mind. I still got a general idea of what everyone was talking about, though. Who killed the most enemies in the battle, who pulled off cool moves, and when, stuff like that. Basically complimenting each other on a job well done. I wish I could get in the mood and join them, but I just couldn't. My head was still filled with that uncomfortable fuzzy feeling, smothering any words of joy or celebration I might have had. At least time wasn't dragging. Before I knew it, it was getting late. Man, that battle was really something. Yes, indeed. I can't stress enough how inspiring you all were. Now, I know you're all enjoying yourself, but I think we should call it a night here. Ah, and 4 suits. Must the banquet end already? Just what have you been drinking, Kiyoshika? Something carbonated, probably. What? Then why? Fizzy drinks affect her like alcohol for some reason. How do you know that? Well, anyways, you should all get some rest. You've got a big day tomorrow. A big day? What's happening tomorrow? Oh, didn't we tell you? You have to fight another defensive battle tomorrow, you see. What? What the hell didn't you bring that up sooner? Yeah, that can't be right. Really? Why not? It's not... Oh. In my timeline, nothing happened on day 8. There was no attack here on Last Defense Academy. We're over at second to Last Defense Academy. We just have to have a fight another battle until day 17, so why? Are you sure this information is correct? No doubt about it. We had another tip-off from the eggheads on the artificial satellite. Aerial observation, all that, don't you know? You're lying. Last time. Come down to Takumi. I think all the fatigue is getting to you. Hiroko has been talking to those two when I came in. Shinlan Tsu, or maybe... That's just how things stand. Just do tomorrow like you did today and you'll be fine. That's right. I know you'll do an admirable job. Well, I guess it wasn't too bad today. I'll probably do okay again tomorrow. Damn right we will. Heck, I feel like I could take them all by myself. Count me in. I'm always down for killing stuff. If we work together, I know we can do this. Let's show those jobbers who the real main event is around here. I guess we have no choice. If this party's over, then on to the after party. I barely closed the door to my room when he appeared. No after party after all? You were there while all that was going on? I can send this body pretty much anywhere inside the school. You could have shown yourself then. Others should be able to see you now. Kind of like how they can understand Mudrum in the battle today. Yeah, that's because you coming back in time and your cryptoglobin resonating with theirs. It turns out that's affected than me too. Mudrum was stronger than the first time you fought him, wasn't he? His cryptoglobin resonated and powered up too. And the one that led to the change... And that one change has led to another change. Let me give you an example. Let's say Rocket A takes off at point S, travels 60 miles through space, and arrives at point P. After that, Rocket P also takes off from point S, but its angle and trajectory is 1 degree different. After traveling 60 miles, how far away from point P do you think Rocket P would be? 1.05 miles. Just 1 degree results in a mile-long difference. In other words, even the smallest deviations can lead to big changes in how things turn out. Like with the enemy attack coming tomorrow, yes. For one, the commanders are stronger now, so they're able to mount attacks sooner than in your timeline. And that person in the hood appears to be another one of those changes. Hoodie, as you ended up calling them. I don't know who they are or why they're here either, but I don't think they're here to help us. I'm sure of that much. And their presence is proof that history has begun to change significantly. Your knowledge of the future might not be as useful as you think anymore. That's okay. I came back because I wanted to change history after all. Then why didn't you tell the others about it? Do you want things to change or not? Well, how can I put this? If it's like your example, I want to keep the differences in Rocket B's trajectory as close to zero as possible. It's never going to be exactly the same, but and there's sure to be unexpected changes along the way. But whenever I can, I want to stay in control, keep us on an even keel. Will you help me with that? Will you keep the time travel stuff a secret from the others? It's a moot point. I'll probably never talk to them anyways. Why not? I'm not really like you. With your 100 days worth of experience, I don't really know any of them yet. I guess there's something that I know we can't rush things, but I would like you to get along with them. Oh, why is that? Because one of my goals here is to change your future as well. My future. The version of you in my last timeline told me. Next time, I want to befriend all of you. I want to argue with you, fight with you, and until the moment I die, I want to do everything I can to live. I said that, huh? Is that the right choice, though? Huh? If I befriend all of you, it'll make things harder for you later. My happiness and yours cannot exist at the same time. Come on, don't say that. I should get going. Even appearing like this uses up energy. Suri's told me not to waste my strength on anything that isn't important. And our conversation's not important? The question finally got a smile out of him. They are to me. I wouldn't trade them for the world. So gently smiling, the ghost boy disappeared. Even after he'd gone, his flames remained a little longer, faintly shimmering in the dark before fading away. No freaking way. Give me one good reason we should agree to this. I keep telling you, we need every bit of firepower we can get. The argument began in the cafeteria that morning after breakfast. Suri and Nago were nowhere to be seen. Apparently, they were shut up in the war room, nailed down the strategy for the battle today. Releasing Edo, though, isn't that going too far? You guys are new around here, so I don't think you realize just how much Mr. Atsuki despises humanity. You understood if you hear it from himself. Actually, we spoke to him already. We all went to talk to him in this cage earlier this morning. It's our first time meeting Mr. Edo. Until now, we only heard about him. What can I say? We were curious about the kind of guy he really was. Yeah, so what happened? Well, he did say we looked like hideous monsters. Seriously, that's no way to speak to a lady. Back in my federation, I was considered one of the more attractive wrestlers. I still have all my own teeth and everything. He also spoke passionately about his disdain for the evil lurking in the hearts of mankind, and he said that humanity deserved to be totally wiped out. How could he even think about working with someone like that? Because he also said he wanted to fight along us. Say what? It's true, I find you all absolutely repulsive, but that doesn't change the fact that you're the only friends I've got. I want all of us to survive more than I want to destroy humanity. And you believed him? That's all it took to get you on his side? Not exactly, but it doesn't seem right to keep him locked like that. He never actually committed any serious crimes, right? Of course he did. Tried to destroy Suri. Tried and failed. You can bet he would have if he could have. If Takumi didn't stop him, he would have succeeded. Besides, attempted murder is still a crime. Is it really murder in this case, or more like destruction of property? Either way, the punishment feels a little harsh. It'd be a different story if he, say, tore the team apart from the inside and killed a bunch of people. That's exactly what he did, and without any of us knowing, until it was too late. It's just that no one here knows that, not the new ones or the ones who started out here. The fact that they're even thinking about giving him another chance shows that they have no idea what he's really capable. If they experienced what I did, if they seen what he did, I would seriously consider telling everyone the whole truth, but before I could, I'll kill him. When Hiroko said that, everyone turned to look at her. If you guys let Edo out, I'll kill him, and then I'll kill myself. There in the room immediately got a lot more tense. I heard someone gulp, and it echoed like a gunshot in the silence. You're not being serious, are you? Dead serious. If Edo's allowed to go free, then it's over for us. We'd be better off resetting this whole thing. Resetting. My point is, we won't gain anything by freeing Edo. Quite the contrary, we'll actually lose at least one member of the team, because you'll kill yourself if you let him out. No one dared to say anything. Hiroko was executing an ice-cold pressure that cowed us into silence. Of course, it's not my decision to make. We should leave this to the captain. Yeah, you haven't said anything in a while, Takumi. Is something the matter? And just like that, everyone's eyes were on me. I wasn't about to get intimidated, though. Even if Hiroko hadn't spoken up, my mind was made up a long time ago. The answer is no, we're not letting Edo out. You can all say what you want, but I won't allow. Not now, not ever. The members of the team who started out here all looked relieved when they heard me say that. The ones who came from the other academy looked a little bit disappointed, but they didn't argue. Well, if you feel that strongly about it, I guess that's that. I'm so bored. Wait. Bored. How long are they going to make us wait? Did you say gourd at one point? It will be night soon. These aren't they ever going to get here? For real, I'm starting to get sleepy. Don't be so harsh, guys. I'm sure the enemy has a good reason for taking so long. Perhaps they missed their train and had to wait for the next one. How about we all do that to kill some time? Do what? A killing game, of course. Who wants to die first? Sorry, Darumi. Looks like a killing game will have to wait. Well, that stinks. I'll just have to kill a bunch of invaders until I feel better. So, sorry, what do we do? Huh? Weren't you and Nago supposed to be nailing down a strategy all this time? Oh, sure, we nailed down one right. Nailed it good. Yes, indeed. We have started a carpeting business with the amount of nailing we did. Wait, what is it? Yeah, what's the plan? It's... What else could it be? To let Samino here figure it out. That's your big strategy? Our school likes to encourage independent thinking and student autonomy. You gotta learn things for yourself sometimes. The best teacher is first-hand experience, after all. You just didn't think of anything yourselves, did you? My dear boy, we thought plenty. Yeah, well, you're given a plan that involves stealing the Supreme Commander's panties. You three. There's no time to stand around running your mouths. He's quite right. Get it together, Samino. I sighed. It was no use arguing with them now. Is everyone ready? Yeah. Then let's do it. Special Defense Unit, move out. I could do this all day. This is easier than taking a splash in an inflatable bounce house. Don't let your guard down. Look over there. It's Hoodie. They're back again. Ignore them. We got invaders to kill. Focus on the commander, on pack round. We can deal with the others one's leader. To arms. Damn, that's fucked up. Her hand is just a weapon. Like, it's just inside the spear. Or maybe it's grasping the spear. I can't really tell. I feel like Pakram doesn't get the love she deserves. Because, like, Mudrum, right? You always kill him. Mudrum, he's always dead. You know him as the guy who's always dead. You see his dad later, too. But Pakram, she's just there. Another bloodbath. We really did number all these guys. All it takes to my galactic bazooka, of course. Are we naming our attacks now? More importantly, what do we do about them? Even pointed to where the figure we dubbed Hootie stood. They began walking towards us with slow deliberation. Then they began to pull back their hood, revealing... That's the Supreme Commander. What? Survey told us earlier. That's the one who's leading the invader off for me. That's the big boss? Oh, thank you not to refer me with such a vulgar term. The Supreme Commander brought her hand up to her mask. Among my people, I'm known as Viexis, the Paragon of Hope. Well, I say I'm cuter. No one said anything about her being cute. So you can understand this now, too? Viexis narrowed her eyes in response. Was that your attempt at a bluff, or did you really not know? The hell are you talking about? She was silent for a moment. It seemed like she was thinking about something. Finally, she spoke again. I see. Some days ago, my warriors and I experienced a sudden surge of power. That was also when we began to understand your language. I came to find out what caused it, but it seems like you don't know either. Everyone cast troubled glances at each other. Only Hiruko reacted differently. It was subtle, but for a moment, it looked like her mouth was twisted into a satisfied smile. All this going on over my head. We're going to kill this girl, right? That's right. If we could defeat her later, it'll end the war here and now. Don't bother. If you fought me now, I'd only massacre you in one fell swoop. Where's the fun in that? I'd rather take my time and make it really hurt. I'll pick you off one at a time to make it clear just how powerless you are and inflict true despair on the rest of you. She pointed upwards as she said that, right at our official satellite. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to take back Pakron's remains. Pakron. That's the commander we defeated, isn't it? In the last battle, one of you absorbed Mudrum's cryptoglobin. You saw that? I wanted to see your vile, barbaric nature in action, but I won't let the same thing happen today. Wow, pretty mortifying how easy that was for her. Damn it. How enraging. If you have to get a rager, do it in your own time. Well, even if she got away, it's not that bad. Yeah, we still won the battle. We could be happy about that, can't we? I guess you're right. Alright, here we go. Special Defense Unit, best in the world. Indestructible and undefeated. Never lose, never yield. Special Defense Unit, fight on. We made it through our second defense battle, or our third if you count the one on the first day. So far, none of us had died. I just hope we could keep this up. But I didn't want to bring the others down thinking like that. After everything we've been through the last couple of days, they deserved their victory. They deserve to enjoy their victory. Not deserve their victory. Of course they deserve their victory. If they didn't, what's the point? Nice work, everyone. Another spectacular victory. Keep things up, and you'll have the war won in no time. And the victory party? That's what last night was for. We can't have you cutting loose every time. This is a military academy, not a rowdy college dorm. Last, I was looking forward to more revelry. What's the next attack do anyways? Oh, I believe day 15. At least that's what Suri and Nago told me before. Right, of course we did. Thanks for the reminder, Shizawar. Just so, we received a report from the artificial satellite in that effect. Not surprised, but I didn't panic. I was past that now. There's no attack on day 15 the last time around. The same one for today on day 8. At least that gives us some type of rest. From day 8 to day 15, that's rounded up to the nearest 10, carry the 1. 6 days from now. That's 7 days. 15 minus 8. What's so hard about that? That means after today, we got 6 whole days to take it easy. You guys want to tightrope cross steel girders and take bets on who falls first while we wait? That's Kaiji. Sorry to break it to you, but we won't have but you won't have time for any of that. Holy shit. Sorry to break it to you, but you won't have time for any of that. We'll need you all to start training in preparation for the next battle. Oh, for the love of murder. Guess we should have seen that coming. In the meantime, okay. After the battle, we took our time over a late dinner and went back to our rooms. I stayed out on the roof, though. I was thinking about Hiruko. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to have a lot to do. Just do as you're told. Follow my instructions and don't ask questions. Provided the work gets done, I'll answer all your questions on the evening of day 9. That was on day 5, and for the past 3 days, I've done everything she asked me. There really was a lot to do. We were so busy, I hadn't even had time to think about all the things I wanted to ask her. But all of that was about to change tomorrow. Tomorrow was day 9, the day I'd get all my answers. I'm holding you to it this time, Hiruko. I won't back down until you've told me everything. I was conscious of a weird, restless feeling in my chest. Was it from anticipation, or was it from something more like fear? At this point, I still couldn't say for sure. Time to rise and shine. Get ready for your 9th day here at Last Defense Academy. Takumi, come quick. It's Ado. A little after breakfast, Shoma came charging into my room in a panic. Ado, what do you do now? He's not in his cage. He's gone. He escaped. What? I was on my feet before I knew it. I followed Shoma and we both rushed outside together. Where's everyone else? You're the first one I've told. Takamaru knows too, though. He and I were doing our morning training in the courtyard. That's when we noticed the cage was empty. Alright, you could go tell the others about this. I'll look for Ado. Okay. Shoma nodded and hurried away. Ado escaped, but how? No time to stop and think about it. I have to find him before he causes any more trouble. Both fire extinguishers are still here. That means Ado can't have gone outside the wall. He's still here on school ground somewhere. I just have to find him. Defense room door. The wall fire is still blocking off the defense room. It doesn't look like Ado's has been here. It doesn't look like Ado's been here. Shoma's right. The cages are completely empty. There's nobody here. Okay, we checked this room. He's not hiding under my bed again. Or Takumi's bed. Okay, time to run like a chicken with its head cut off. No sign of him here. 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 Did I just do a loop around? No sign of him here. Boys' bathroom north. No sign of him here. Biolab. No sign of him here. Library. No sign of him here. 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 Infirmary. Finally, I stepped into a room and there he was. I found Adel, but that didn't mean I could relax. Don't make me ask again, bastard. What the hell are you doing in here? You've asked me that plenty of times already, and I keep telling you I got curious about something. I want to learn more about how the revival matic works, so I just... That's not what I meant. How did you get out of your cage? Tell me that. Hey, calm down, Tokumaru. How am I supposed to be calm at a time like this? Ain't you the one who said it would be over if this guy got out? I did, but... Now, fast up, how did you escape? Tokumaru shook Adel violently, but he didn't look the least bit concerned. I had some help from a friend. Let's just call them K. They unlocked my cage for me. Kawana. Kako. Oh, Kako. Yeah, Kako. Well, I'm afraid I can't tell you. I never betray a friend's confidence like that. Then I'll have to force it out of you. Tokumaru, no. Tokumaru already had his fist held high. I tried to grab his arm and pull him away from Adel, but it didn't exactly work out. A jolt of pain shot up my spine. I'd been knocked back so hard and so fast my guts were still doing somersaults after I came to a stop. For a moment, I had no idea what was happening. Next thing I knew, I was on the floor. Tokumaru must have sent me flying, and I crashed into what was directly behind me, which just happened to be the revival matic. Sorry, man. Guess I overdid a little. Are you alright, Takumi? Yeah, I think so. Fighting through the pain, I got to my feet. Then I turned around to look at the machine. Huh? Oh. It's broken? An ominous plume of black smoke was rising from the wreckage of the revival matic. I had a feeling things were about to get a whole lot worse. This is bad, right? That's one way of putting it. It wasn't long before everyone else heard the noise and came running. Alright, just what the heck are you guys doing here? The revival matic, it's oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Adel, you did this, didn't you? Adel just sighed and shook his head in exasperation. Perhaps you care to explain what happened to Takumi. I reluctantly gave everyone a quick summary of the events that led to our current predicament. So basically, Tokumaru did. It was on purpose. Takumi grabbed my arm and has just lost control. Whoever it is to blame, this is a catastrophe nonetheless. Yeah, if we can't use the revival matic anymore and any of us die in battle, then we stay dead. There's no coming back anymore. The whole group seemed to freeze up at a moment. A lot of us seemed to glare accusingly at Tokumaru. Come on, everyone. It's not all that bad. Maybe we can repurpose the wreckage and use it to grill fish. I'd better inspect the damage and see if I can repair it. Before you start, it's back to the cage for you, Yatsuki. I remember saying you can wander around as you please. You guys take him back to the courtyard. Nago and I will get things started here. Okay, now that we've found Adel, it's time for his execution. Oh, allow me. Hold on, nobody said anything about killing him. We're just locking him up, right? Let's get on with it. Huh? Everyone, wait a minute. Shoma broke off from the group and ran over to Adel's cage. After inspecting the door, he turned back to us. This cage, it's still locked, huh? A moment later, Yuko groaned and hunched over, her face twisted in pain. What's wrong? Just as suddenly, she raised her head again and screamed out as a warning. Not that cage, we have to put him somewhere else. Why? I can't explain it, just trust me. This is all too sudden. You gotta at least give us a reason. Everyone looked confused and a little uncomfortable, but the atmosphere soon dissipated when there was another scream, this time from Kako. Blame, blame, blame. I see it all now. What? Seriously, what the hell's going on? That was the sound of Kako's detective senses going off. I assume you made another brilliant deduction, sister dearest. You know, you said that K opened your cage for you, right? That's right. So then why is the door still locked? Well, did K lock again? No, that wouldn't make sense. The cage would have been empty. There's no point in locking it. There's only one key to the cage anyways, and that key is... I got it. Sir gave it to me the other day when we left the infirmary. So how did K open the cage in the first place? If Suri had the key until now, there was no way anyone else could have opened it. In other words, there was never any K. Ado escaped from the cage all on his own. Everyone gasped and looked at Ado. In response, he smiled. I see, that's an impressive theory, but even assuming it's true, how exactly did I get out all on my own? Oh, well, you must have... I don't have a clue. What a pity, shall I tell you the answer? Your first guess was actually the right one. After I left the cage, K locked it up again. I'll call him BS. That does sound pretty illogical. Perhaps consider the alternative. What's so logical about me breaking out my own without even damaging the cage? Okay, then tell us who K is. I've told you I can't. How about we torture it out of him? Oh, this sounds fun. There's no point in doing that. If my dear sister's theory is correct, there is no K, so obviously you can't tell us who they are. Alright, party pooper. Either way, we could assume Kako is right. In that case, we'll just have to find somewhere else to lock him up. If he can just break out of these cages on his own, anything could happen. Where are we gonna put him then? I have an idea. How about in here? There's a lock on the door and no windows, so he won't be able to escape. It's a room we never use ourselves. It's just be fine. It's bigger than my last place and it's even a bed. I just hope the rent isn't too steep. Yeah, laugh it up. And so we decided to hold Ado in the room with no name. It's got these weird capsule-like machines. I guess we could call it the caps room for now. Leaving our prisoner inside, the rest of us stepped out of the caps room. I got the key from Sir when we told him our plans. I made sure the door was locked up tight. Once I was satisfied that there was no way that Ado could get it open, we all left. There's no point hanging around there anymore. I had a lot on my mind. Ado, the broken revival-matic, the mysterious K person, and whether or not they really existed. The day 100 was still a long, long ways off. I'd have to strain my bonds with others if we were going to become a real team before then. Hiroko said she'd tell me everything tonight. Today. Tonight, actually. That means I still got some time to kill. Maybe I'll go hang out with someone for a while. I'm gonna use the bathroom. Sorry for taking a while. I'm applying some saline gel into my nose because it feels a little dry. I had a bloody nose earlier today, so that's probably why. Okay, time to give Ado some presents, I believe, because he's the only one I haven't max bonded yet. I believe that's correct. Yep, that is correct. Let's see, Ado likes History of Mankind. You truly understand me, to me. You turn my hatred into love. Bond up.
匠君とこうして話せるのは嬉しいな。何について話そうか。僕にとっての大切な存在？まあ、少なくとも人間じゃないことは確かだね。近しい人間は気持ち悪すぎて大体殺しちゃったからさ。両親も親密ぶってくる友人もね。もちろん疑われるようなヘマはしないよ。 むしろ当時は悲劇の主人公扱いされたっけな。ああ、ごめん。そろそろ君の醜い外見と匂いに耐えられないや。今日の話はここまでにしようか。
Your bond with Edo is stronger now. Well, at least he's really killed no one, right? I'm just gonna keep gifting him 5 copies of Mankind. History of Mankind. You really understand me. Before I knew it, the sun was sinking beneath the western horizon. The night of day 9, that is when Hiroku promised to answer all my questions. I'd better go find her. I didn't have to look very long. I happened to glance around the roof and spotted someone sitting on the other side of the fence. It was Hiroku. What is she doing over here? I hopped the fence and sat down next to her. Huh? This was something I hadn't expected. Hiroku looked different. Those her eyes, they were usually so sharp and cold, but now, never betraying the slightest hint of weakness. But now they were filled with tears. Big, wet tears that ran all the way down her face. I didn't understand why the sun changed. What was going on? It was so far removed from what I'd come to expect from her, my brain just couldn't process it. I felt like I should say something, but I couldn't find the words. What do I do? What do I say? What can I say? The normal thing to do in this situation would be say something comforting, something considerate. But in my confused state of mind, all I could come out with was something totally meaningless. Are you crying? Hiroku took off her glasses and wiped her eyes. She took several deep breaths before answering. No, I'm not. You definitely are, though. Did something happen? Something? Like, something sad or painful or... No, not really. So then why are you crying? Why do you have to be so dense? I told you, I'm not crying. And if I was, it'd be incredibly insensitive for you to keep pestering me about it. Even middle school kids have enough delicacy to not to walk up to a crying person and ask, are you crying? You had me there. I just didn't want to say anything that might make this worse, so I just clammed up. Did you hear about the revival-matic? Yeah, no. It was damaged pretty badly. Suri and Ago have made some repairs, so we should be alright. We can at least revive each other again. But it's not completely fixed yet. They said one part of it is still badly damaged. Hiroko's eyes were still fixed on the scenery that stretched out in front of us. She didn't look away when she spoke again. The way they line up in the night like this, they're really quite beautiful. The undying flames? Yes, the same flames that will raise the world to the ground in another 90 days. The wall of flames flickered in the distance, as if it was already burning away the night sky. The way the flames moved, you can imagine they were dancing with joy or writhing in agony. What are you doing here anyways? Do you really have to ask? She avoided my gaze and turned back to the horizon. A cold breeze flew, ruffling her hair. It's the night of day 9. You promised to tell me everything if I made it this far. I've done everything you asked, followed all your instructions without question. So now it's your turn. It's time for you to keep your promise. There was a long silence while I waited for a reply. Every time the wind blew through Hiroko's hair, it released a gentle, sweet aroma into the air. It was calming, comforting. I'd smelled it somewhere before recently, but I couldn't quite place it. Was the scent lavender? Just as I started to recognize it, Hiroko spoke up again. No, it's not over yet. Why not? My instructions. I have one last order for you to carry out. What is that? Even now she wouldn't look at me, which made her request, a little more than a whisper, even more surprising. Kiss me. Huh? Not for the first time that evening, I found myself at a complete loss for words. Was she serious? Was it a joke? I couldn't really tell. No, it had to be a joke. There's no way Hiroko would. Or maybe it was a trick. Maybe this was her plan all along. By giving me an impossible order like this, she could weasel out of her deal right at then. You failed to uphold your end by refusing to carry out my orders. I don't have to tell you a thing. I could imagine her using that excuse to call the whole thing off. This girl was an evil genius. Although, what if it wasn't a joke or a trick? My palms were sweating. My throat was dry. I needed to decide how to deal with this and fast. I could just stand there like a statue all night. I didn't understand. How could it come to this? What was I supposed to do? There's no time to think about it. I just have to make a choice. What do I do here? Okay, you're actually forced to make a choice. I thought maybe she would just make the choice for you. Okay, let's get about it. Don't kiss her. I love Amelia. Whether she was joking or not made no difference. It's one order I wasn't willing to follow. I couldn't kiss Yuriko, not with the way I felt about Karua, or Nozomi for that matter. I still wasn't sure whether those two were the same person or not, but when I thought about them, I knew I just couldn't go through with this, so I didn't say or do anything. She didn't speak either. We both sat there in silence, gazing at the undying flames flickering in the distance. After what seemed like a long time, Hiroko finally broke the silence. You didn't think I was serious, did you? Honestly, you're just as naive as ever. A faint smile played across her lips for a moment, then she abruptly got to her feet. She left without saying another word. Just now, Hiroko said I was as naive as ever. What a weird way to say. What a weird way to talk about someone you've only known for 9 days. Those words added up with everything else that happened were starting to add up. Hiroko was like me. She wasn't the same Hiroko that started out here in this timeline. She is also a time traveler. Okay, let's see what happens if I do kiss her. And then... I'm a bit curious at the moment. And I'll go to whichever one seems worse. Shameful is the man who spurns a woman's invitation. Well, not exactly. I was just trying to mess with Hiroko. I'd bring my face ever so slightly near her, making her believe I was serious. Then when she panicked, I told her it was all just a joke. That was the plan anyways. But this is why you should stick to what you know. Because before I could even lean closer to Hiroko, it was like she sensed something was up. You idiot, what's the matter with you? Hey, well, who's the real idiot here? Takumi. Hiroko shoved me by my shoulders and I plummeted headfirst off the edge of the roof. My head split open like a watermelon and splattered my brains all over the place. I had a dream. A dream about kissing. Not with Hiroko, not with Karua, or not even with Nozomi. But with Karura. With Kiyoshika. And with Tsubasa. But why? For some reason I felt this sense of guilt. Guilt towards who? What the fuck? Oh, 24 already? Huh? Why am I sleeping? I opened my eyes and saw a familiar ceiling, the ceiling of my room inside Last Defense Academy. But while I was sleeping, all I remember is that I made up my mind to live 100 days here again. I remember stopping Ado from killing Surrey. I remember deciding not to tell anyone about the time travel. After that, it all gets blurry. How do I get back to my room? Oh, Takumi, you're finally awake. Roko, can you just ring the doorbell? Wait, what are you doing here? No, I'm here to eat you. Just jokes. We've been taking shifts to look after you. Today just happens to be my turn. Look after me. Is something wrong with me? More importantly, you should still be at second to last Defense Academy. I slowed down my report before I could escape my lips. If I said the wrong thing, I might accidentally reveal that I traveled through time. Moko must have sensed something while I was off for my behavior. Takumi, do you have any idea what day it is? What day? Last memory I have is of day 3, day 4? I see. Well, as long as you're alive and well, that's all that matters. Oh, do you have the general idea now? Yeah, I think I'm good. Hiroko and I fell off the roof on day 9 and lost consciousness until today, day 24. Yeah, that's the size of it. How about you, Hiroko? Well, I'm a little confused, but I believe I understand. After waking up, Moko brought me to the cafeteria where everyone was gathered. They explained everything that happened to me and Hiroko. Let's see if I have this right. On the evening of day 9, Hiroko and I fell off the roof and died. Our bodies were found and immediately brought to the revival for resuscitation. But the machine bugged out and I was brought back with an incomplete memory. That's why my memory stopped abruptly. Hiroko didn't remember anything past day 3 either. In other words, how we fell off the roof and what exactly happened to us was as much as a mystery to her as it was to me. Maybe the two of you shacked up for the days you were missing and threw yourself off the roof in a love or suicide. Come on, we'd never do that. That's so nonsensical that's not even worth refuting. No, Takumi, do you really not remember? I told you everything after the middle of day 3 is gone. Why do you keep asking anyways, do you? No, I don't remember a thing. That's why I keep asking you, so I can find out what's happened. And wouldn't it be interesting if one of you was lying? Come on, take off your tinfoil hat. I can assure that both of them are telling the truth. How the hell can you be so sure? Because the problem with the Revive-matic, when we brought Sumino and Shizuhara back, the most recent available backup was from the afternoon of day 3, so their lack of memory is scientifically proven. There's absolutely no chance one of them is lying or keeping the truth to themselves. Huh? But that doesn't make sense. We got together with you guys on day 4, didn't we? So shouldn't their memory cut off before our teammates introduced themselves? How did Takumi know who I was when he woke up? Well, it's because of my memory of the previous 100 days, but I couldn't come out and say that. I decided I wouldn't tell anyone about the time travel. That's a good point. Maybe there's still memory fragments still lingering in my brain. Well, that's fair enough. Oh, it looks like we're not going to have any... It looks like we're not going to have a fun mystery here. What a total drag. Well, I know you're still totally confused, so I guess we should finish explaining everything. Our friends wrote us in on the events from the afternoon of day 3 to our deaths on day 9. They told us everything that's happened until today, day 24. I had some lingering questions, but they were too trivial to bring up. After all, according to Moko, we hadn't had any casualties while the 2 of us were knocked out. We really put in the effort. While you guys were out, we swore we wouldn't lose anyone. Wow, maybe we should have just stayed unconscious so the battles would keep going so well. Speak for yourself. Come on, this is our first time with the whole gang in ages. Be nice. He was right, though. Of course, I understand if you can't be nice to the disgusting old Shoma. Everyone's here in one piece. That things are good now, right? Everyone was so worried you guys might never wake up. Seriously, I was so freaked out, but thankfully nothing bad happened. So now you're all caught up. Wait, actually, what is it? Kura, Kiyoshika, Tsubasa? What? The 3 of you were so worried about them, but you haven't said anything today. Alright. I'm just feeling like, wow, great to have them back. I'm simply filled with emotion. I'm not nervous or anything. I wasn't worried at all, mind you. Keep running your mouth and I'll super glue it shut. Oh, then how am I going to get my protein? Alright, that dream. What was that all about anyways? Of all the 3 girls Moko just called out for being especially concerned about us, that's probably just a coincidence, right? Is this the harem route? What is this? Day 25 is upon us, and that doesn't actually feel like it's day 25. Every time I wake up with gaps in my memory, I wonder what I'll have gained this time, and what I'll have lost in return. Well, there's no thing I can do to bring them back, so I guess there's no sense in dwelling on it. All I can do now is live out the rest of my time here without any regrets. I try to convince myself with positive thoughts as I head towards the cafeteria when I suddenly heard a voice. How many times do I have to tell you? Stop. No ifs and nor buts. That's the final word. How many times must I tell you? You have no right to say that to me, Lady Kurura. Hey, you, calm down. That concerns you too, you know. You're just going to stand around and pretend that this has nothing to do with you? I'm not pretending anything. Are they fighting? And hey, aren't those 3 the very same people who, whatever, I just need to stop this. Hey, what's going on here? Even though the 3 of them had just been practically screaming at each other, now it's so quiet you could hear a pin drop. Are you fighting over something? I don't know how to put it. Why did you of all people have to show up now? Me of all people? Is there some problem with me? Well, not exactly with you, but because of you. Because of me? Why are the 3 of you fighting because of me? Because we had dreams. Oh, hey. Dreams where we kissed you, Sir Takumi. It made me believe that you and I were bound by a red string of fate. Hold it, you're not the only one. What? Wait a sec, what's going on here? Was this connected to the dreams I had about the 3 of them? I can't bring myself to say it, but Tsubasa, you tell me. Keep it factual and detached. Don't embarrass me. Huh? Why me? Why not? You're the one involved in this mess too. I mean, yeah, but it's really embarrassing. But Tsukumi, Kyoshika isn't the only one who had a dream like that. She means a dream about kissing you. She's trying to be indirect, you tactless moron. Actually, Kurura and I dreamed about it too. Let me get this straight. While I was knocked out, Kurura, Kyoshika, and Tsubasa, they had dreams about kissing me just like I had of them. I wonder if maybe I wasn't the only one to have a dream like that after how they were acting towards me yesterday. The 3 of them must have suspected something was going on, so they arranged this meeting. As a result, they found out they all had the same dream, but that wasn't the end of it. Kyoshika claimed that she was destined to be with me. Kurura was not amused, so this kicked off a squabble. Tsubasa tried to intervene, but she had the same dream, so she got tangled up in the argument too. In short, that's how we got here. I see. I see. I swear if you say that one more time, I'm absolutely dying of embarrassment here, and that's all you have to say? Well, I've never experienced anything like this before. Any more obvious facts that you want to say? Even a child could tell that you've never had girls so much as a bat an eye at you your whole life. A child wouldn't know anything about what love like. More importantly, did you have a dream about kissing me, Sir Takumi? Don't worry about my fate. Simple that then. Well, did you really dream about her? That can't be right. You must have dreamed about me. This is embarrassing. I wish I could disappear, but I guess there's nothing left to hide. Well, I had a dream about kissing all 3 of you. What? All 3? So there are 3 of us bound by fate? Is this a harem ending? Shut up, you harebrained moron. I bet he's truly fated to be with one of us, and the rest of us are red herrings, maybe. Whatever the reason is, this is a peculiar situation. There's no chalking up to a coincidence. The dream I had must have had some kind of meaning. The problem is figuring out exactly what that is. I heard everything. Moko, I'll handle this torrid love affair. Huh? Handle? Normally, when it comes to love, everyone is free to make their own choices. It's no place for outsiders to butt in with their shrieks of excitement. We should live out our own loves and loves the loves that we love. Is this her attempt at philosophizing? Right now, Destiny is calling us to join on her journey. If everyone just falls in love willy-nilly, our sense of unity will come crashing down. Even more so if multiple people love the same person. So I'm here to give order to this left. From now on, you'll fall in love according to the rules I've set. Excuse me, you think you can show up completely uninvited in? Without further ado, the rules of engagement are 1 round every 25 days, 1 by 1, winner decided by knockout. 1 round every 25 days, 101? By knockout? That sounds dangerous. Obviously, for whatever reason, Takumi is the new hotness for you ladies. The 3 contenders are Kura, Kyoshika, and Tsubasa. With so many of you madly in love, we can't have you all make a move at once. It'll only lead to fighting, and it will be way too much for Takumi to handle. So we'll split the remaining 75 days between the 3 of you. From tomorrow to day 26 until day 50, one of you will make your move on Takumi. Same deal. You'll confess and receive your answer during the free time allocated to you. In other words, absolutely no flirting or recording outside your time. Who put you in charge? Jada knows our business. She's right. We never asked for any rules. You have seduced me with your lengthy explanation. Wow, your bestie Moku goes out of her way to help you, and this is how you speak to her? You didn't really mean it, did you? Well, could we think of making having a concrete plan would be good. I concur. Now that I think about it, it's a great idea. Wow, you guys are really so emotionally intelligent. Love it. Takumi Tsubasa, do any of you have any objections? No, none for me. I do. I have so many objections. Think about it. Crazy. What about how I feel? And how you feel? But that's what we're trying to figure out with this game. Wait, don't tell me. Does your heart already belong to another girl? That would change everything. The first person I thought was Nozomi Kura. Do I like her romantically? I wonder. Before I got here, I had some thoughts about her as a member of the opposite sex, and she's someone important who I still very much want to protect. But at this moment, I can't say I like her romantically. To me, she's my purpose, the reason I am who I am. Not really. I don't have any objections. She's precious to me, but it's not romantic love, I swear. The first slot is from tomorrow until day 50, right? If the first person convinces and Takumi decides to date, then what happens? Then we have our winner and the game is over. I'm a believer of pure love, no seconds or thirds. The going earlier gives you an advantage. Wait, that makes me sound really eager. I can't tell you what the best time slot is. That's for Takumi to decide. What does that even mean? If there's no questions, let's figure out who gets to enjoy a taste of romantic whimsy with Takumi when. To keep it fair, the person who wins rock, paper, scissors gets to pick when they want to go. I'm not going to lose. Me neither. Huh? That's the spirit. Oh, but wait. Takumi, could you leave us? Part of the excitement is seeing who will be courting you tomorrow, right? Sure. Chop, get out of here, you little Casanova, you. Maybe I'm still in a coma. So this is the harem route. As in, this is the love chasing route. Yeah, we'll keep going on this. I want to save an end for the day, though. I gotta make dinner.